Okay, hi. This is really weird because there's a thing now where I'm probably not gonna do this for any other video because this is too much effort and I don't know how it's gonna go. But apparently, also I look really crazy. You can now set up your phone to be the like camera for a photo booth, and it just has a better quality. So I figured I'm gonna use that to do a little tattoo tour. Also, I'm so sorry. I can't. I just like I'm having a weird time. Like the camera's right here, but I feel really weird looking into the camera, and I don't know if it looks like I'm looking into the camera. Anyways, so hi. My name's Miranda. Now I can't see myself, so it's better. But hi, my name's Miranda. I'm gonna do a little tattoo tour of all the tattoos I have in July of 2023. I'm 19. I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7? Yeah. But I'm going to show them, and tonight the drink is, I'm using a wine glass. It's not wine again, I know, but it is the strawberry apricot Red Bull with a shot of white rum in it. Don't judge me, it's what I have. Anyways, I'm gonna go in order of how I got them. So I'm gonna look like a jerk, but I'm gonna have to pull up I did this thing where I'm using my phone camera instead of the regular photo booth camera, but I have photo booth up, and I'm looking at myself, and I'm sorry, and you know, and you can tell, but I need to so I can like make sure I'm actually putting these in frame right. So I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just saying that now. Anyways, let's go over the tattoos I own. Have. Cool. First one I ever got is, let's see, this one, which is Guillermo del Toro's signature. He normally draws himself as well, which is really cool. Maybe I'll put up better pictures, maybe I won't, maybe this is all you will get, but I got this one, like, maybe a month or two after my 18th birthday. But Guillermo del Toro is my favorite director of all time. He's like, some of my favorite movies are his. Like, my favorite movie of all time has to be like Crimson Peak, or maybe even Nightmare Alley now, but definitely Crimson Peak. Like, I love him. He means the world to me. I've always wanted to be a director my entire life. It's all I want to do, and he's just been one of the most inspirational people I've ever like seen. I was gonna say known, but I don't know him, you know, but he's one of my favorites. Greta Gerwig's really up there. For James Wan he's definitely not. I still adore him, and I think he's a wonderful director, but I'm not like as like head over heels in love with this man like I was. But he was definitely one of my first favorites, was James Wan, but that's a whole other thing. We can get to the film. Hey, editing Miranda here. I didn't say a point I actually kind of want to say now in this little section, and it's kind of silly, but I'm gonna add it anyways because this is my video. With James Wan, the only reason he's kind of fallen out of my like absolute favorites is mostly just because as I've gotten older, I've had a harder time. Not that I have a hard time, but just like I'm not as much of a fan as like heavy gore. Blood has started to make me a little bit nauseous when I see it now. So I just, like some of the stuff he makes, I just am a little more hesitant to watch now, is all, just because, but I still love him and I think he's so talented. Anyways, that's all. I just wanted to add that in. We'll continue now. Film stuff, whatever. But anyways, Guillermo del Toro, he is my favorite of all time. Has been for the majority of my life. Majority. But he's my favorite. I think he's just, I think he's so wonderful and a genius, and his brain is fascinating, and his art is wonderful, and I don't know. He also seems like a big old sweetheart. And yeah, he makes really good movies. And I like him. And I could never meet him, because if I meet him, I'd be like, look, I have your signature tattooed on my arm. I'm not crazy. I have thought about applying to RMIT, which is in Australia, but that's where James Wan went for his film degree. But my dream school is USC SCA, like most other people. My safety net is gonna be NYFA. Which doesn't mean I'm gonna go to the New York one. There's a bunch of locations. I don't know. The future will only tell. I'm working on my portfolio. Whole other thing. We're gonna stay on track. The second one I got. God, what was this? This was the second one I got. This one. So, up here, I have this window. It is, whoa, don't look at that. There's this window. It is supposed to be like a line art version of The Last of Us, the first game, opening screen. Also, hold up, where is it? Can you see it? Yeah, right there. I really like that this little freckle is in there. I think that's really cute that you can still see it. Because one of my favorite, like, parts about me is also about, like, this freckle, which is on my, like, wedding ring finger. That if you wear a ring, see it's right above. That's a whole other story. I can talk about that a different time. Anyways, this is the opening screen of The Last of Us window, which was done by this, like, I found this on, it was one girl's TikTok. I can't remember her name. I have it saved. I asked for permission and she, like, got it within 24 hours of asking. And she said yes. I'm sorry, I cannot remember her username. I'll put it here, but she did this and I went, oh, also this one I got at Icon Tattoo in Boise. They were awful. They didn't clean it when it was done. They didn't wrap it. They didn't do anything. It looks really good. The guy was also high out of his mind. And I was with my sister, and it was my first tattoo, and I didn't know what I was doing. But he didn't clean it. They didn't do anything. It cost me, like, I think $70. But I not with tip. I put more in with tip. You know. So, but just the tattoo without tip was $70. I gave him more. I think I gave him like $100. But yeah, that was my first one. So Icon Tattoo in Boise. This one I got at Born Weird Tattoos at their old location. They now got a new location, which I got another tattoo at in Boise, but this one was at their old one. Amazing. I get the most compliments on this tattoo. This one's my mom's favorite of all of her kids, is this tattoo. And she would say it to my siblings. I'm sorry. I hate that I can see myself because I should be looking at the camera, but it's like below me. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, I'm never going to use my phone camera for this again. Nah. Because this is awful. I need to, like, it just needs to be higher. Whatever. Don't be mean to me. Anyway. This one's a favorite. But The Last of Us, A, amazing game. B, I love it. I love the storytelling. I like part 2. I'm not getting into that right now, but we can talk about it because I like it. Anyways, it's a phenomenal game. Everyone knows this. It's great in, like, every way. And a few years back, my sister, Grace, who we were really, really close growing up, we shared a room. She ended up dating this girl, and awful ex-girlfriend, like, manipulative as hell, scarred this girl for life. She convinced her that all of us were horrible and that I was, like, the worst of them. So she didn't talk to me for a long time. And after they had broken up, well, when they were getting close to and we slowly started talking and hanging out again, us playing part 1 and part 2 over and over, of The Last of Us, sorry, over and over again in my bedroom a few years ago. Not even that long ago, but a few years ago. That's, like, it kind of rebonded our friendship as sisters, or sisterhood, I guess, and it means a lot to me. And there's some other stuff going on, and I learned that she didn't even finish. We're not going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the good parts. But it was like I got my sister back, who meant the world to me, and still does. And we just would play them over and over again, and it was just means a lot to me because I love her, and there's a lot going on with her, and, like, family drama and life drama, but I don't know, those those days and weeks and months where that's all we were doing really mean a lot to me, and the story's great and everything about it's great, but I plan on getting more Last of Us tattoos because, I don't know, it was just something really good. It was really good. It was a good, it was a, ooh, I'm so sorry. It's a good memory, and it was a good time. Even when the other things were bad, that was a good time. And I love her, and I love the game, and I don't know. It means a lot to me. I can't believe I'm tearing up. I'm such a baby. Now I am looking at myself like crying. I look dumb. I hate that I'm using this camera because I'm breaking out so bad. Don't fucking compliment me. I don't want that. I just want to be able to complain about what I look like sometimes without it being like, you're receiving compliments. Because, no, I'm just a fucking 19-year-old girl who wants to hate myself like every other 19-year-old girl. I'm a teenage fucking girl. Let me hate myself publicly. Fuck. I just want to be like, I look ugly, and not everyone be like, no, you don't. You're fishing for compliments. Like, no, I just want to be able to hate on myself. Anyways, that's a whole other tangent. I'm so sorry. Next. But yeah, Born Weird. This one is a plan for a whole thing. But this, oh wait, did I get really close to this one? I'm just gonna do one more little close up in case I didn't. Okay, this one is the Demon Blood Sword from Adventure Time. I have a little brute. Ooh. Hi, weird. Okay. This one, okay, wait, that was really weird. This one is the Demon Blood Sword from Adventure Time. There's a little bruise in there, but it is the Demon Blood Sword, Joshua's sword, which is Finn and Jake's dad's, which oddly means a little bit, but this tattoo is planned to do a whole thing around my arm of different Adventure Time swords, like going, and I know I definitely want to get the leaf sword next. Somewhere on here I want the Finn sword. Sadly, white ink won't look very good, but I think I'm going to do a sky light blue. I'm a little nervous about blues, though, because my mom had a really bad allergic reaction to teal, specifically. So I'm not going to get any teal ink ever, because I'm paranoid. She had to, like, get steroids and shit. Like, it was bad. Like, she just got a fucking... What is the word? What are they called? Seahorse. A seahorse tattoo with teal in it, and her leg just fucking did not like it. It did not like that teal ink specifically. So I'll never hit teal ink. But I'm hoping light blue, like baby blue, sky blue ink will work okay. I gotta do some more research and do some, like, probably like a little test thing. Maybe get a little, like, tiny blue heart somewhere just to see if my body's okay with it before I commit. But, like the Finn sword, both that light blue outline and then the little, like, blue jewel being that deep blue still, just kind of like how this is. But I know I definitely want the leaf sword and Finn sword. I don't know if Finn sword will be next, but I'm thinking whichever one is stuck being this, like, very, very inner part will be, like, I don't know, maybe Jake's sword. I think Jake's sword would be cute to put in here somewhere because it's a little bit shorter. I don't know, but sorry, I just got a text. This is the Demon Blood Sword, and oh my god, it's a Demon Blood Sword, which Adventure Time has been one of my favorite shows of all time. The storytelling, the visual storytelling, the auditory, like dialogue, just in general, the storytelling, but even the visual storytelling is just inspiring. It's crazy. It just, you can watch it over and over and over again, and just every single watch through you'll notice new things that are just, it was made by people that made comics mostly. Not, they made other things, but a lot of it was, like, comic based, and some of the visual art style is definitely based off of, like, strip comics. So it has some humor and storytelling that is strictly visual, and it's great. It's great. I don't know. I love it. I love the stories. I love the characters. I think some of them are just so like thought through and have such real human stories to them, even when they're not human, that it's crazy. It's another great little thing. I think it's just, I love stories. I love stories. I love good storytelling. I just love it. I love it so much. And Demon Bloodsword also being Joshua's, or like their dad's, kind of always meant something. Me and my dad have a weird relationship. He's in my life. He's cool. Everyone has weird relationships with their parents. I think that's how growing up works. Like, I have a weird relationship with my mom. I have a weird relationship with both my sisters. It's just like, you spend enough time with a certain person for your entire life, and you grow up and just change and learn how to be yourself around someone, you're gonna have a weird relationship. Because I don't want to be like, I have daddy issues, because that's not true. But, I don't know. It's a weird time, ups and downs, just like anyone you would grow up with. I think that's part of growing up, and how it's kind of supposed to be. People that are different than... Anyways, I got this at Burn the Boats in Meridian, I believe? Idaho. It's alright. I need to go in and get a little bit of it touched up, just because red ink's, like, it goes a little weird, but it's pretty good. The next one I got was at the new location of, it's this one, and it was at the new location of Born Weird, in Boise. This is what it feels like with the star. It's Gracie Abrams' handwriting. Like, she wrote it on note before she released it, and this is her star on everything. And I need to go and get the star touched up, just because it's in a weird spot, so the lines are a little weird. But it's in her handwriting. It's on my collarbone. Hold up, I must defend myself. I am not basic. I don't even need to defend myself, because there's nothing wrong with that. But I have loved her for years and years and years and years and years. And I had to upsettingly watch her get popular. And one of the worst concert experiences I've had was hers, and it's devastating, and I can never get a ticket for another one of her shows. It was the Salt Lake City show for the This Is What It Feels Like tour of 2021. You couldn't hear her. It sucked. It was freezing. It was too small. They oversold tickets. You couldn't hear her, and I had one of the most traumatic experiences after I came home from that. But I love her, and ironically, the person I went to go see this show with, things happened, and I just, like, I ruined my life. I broke down, and her music was the only thing that, like, made me get through it, it feels. I know there's other things, but it helped, and it means a lot, and it's raw and real, and especially that, like, album EP thing, just, it touched me in ways that I don't know if I can ever explain, and it helped, and it just helped, and she means a lot to me, and that EP especially means a lot to me. So don't be mean to me. I understand that she's, like, mega big now, like, whatever. Don't be mean. I love her. That EP, when it came out, I love her so much. Anyways, I got that one at Born Weird. And now we're on the last little three. We're almost done. So I got these three at the same day at, I believe it's like fucking Boise Tattoo Company. And one of them's messed up. This first one is a little chicken, the cowboy hat with the gun. He is a matching tattoo with somebody with Ethan. It's pretty cute. And then these two, this one, the good guy, and no, this is supposed to be Good Guy by Frank Ocean. And then this one is supposed to have a little guy here, but the guy just didn't put that guy on. He just didn't tattoo him, so I have to go in and get a little guy here. Or, I don't know. Do you have an idea? What can I do to make this? Because it's supposed to be white Ferrari, you know, like one day we'll be taller and another, or someday we will be... Okay, whoa. This one, it's supposed to be white Ferrari, and it's supposed to have the little guy here, you know? Because, like, we'll be taller in another dimension, you know? So it's supposed to be like, look, it'll be okay. But he didn't tattoo the guy, and I don't know what to do to, like, make that better. But it's supposed to be white Ferrari. It's a good guy. And white Ferrari. I'm planning on getting a big, like, blonde tattoo for Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean is, like, my favorite artist of all time. I think he's wonderful. And I think he's made music that has inspired and touched so many people and have completely shaped so many artists in ways that we wouldn't have so much amazing art without him anyways, because he just touched and inspired so many people in that way. And I love art. I love art, I love movies, I love music, I love just all of it. I love creativity and just, I love people. I just love when you see something that has someone's heart and soul in it. I love when you can tell someone cares and loves what they make. And you can tell there's real... Frank Ocean's music feels very real. And I love him for it. I don't know. But I have a lot of tattoo plans. Those are my tattoos. Got these at Boise Tattoo Company. But yeah. Here's my little tattoo tour. I thought this was gonna be longer. But it wasn't. It felt like it was fucking 2 hours. It's only been like 30 minutes of recording. Anyways, people have been asking for that. Maybe I'll put nicer pictures in. Maybe that's what you get. This is all you get. Because he's my fucking phone. Anyways, I love you. Go have a good time. Have a little drinky drink.